Hello and welcome back to Suspended Animation. I'm your host, Dennis Bithoulkas, and it's time for the season finale of the HBO series Station 11, Season 1, Episode 10, Unbroken Circle. Welcome, everybody. Let me take care of some business first, and we'll get down to it. If you like what you see here, like, share, and subscribe. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here. Basically, YouTube takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching and tries to match it as best as possible to one of the videos in my vast video library and pops it up here just for you. And if you like what you see there, hit that subscribe button down below there. And if you don't want to be notified by YouTube when I come on live, best thing to do is hit that bell down below there and you won't be notified by them. But if you do want to be notified, go over to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule I have up there. I change it out every week. Also have all the links to my social media on there and all the links to my pages as well. All righty. Spoiler alert, I am going to get into it. I'm going to spoil this episode. So if you haven't seen it, go and watch it. Come on back. You can leave comments down below in the comment section. This will be a video. So, later on, of course. So, giving you enough time to hit the pause button, the stop button, the pause, whatever you want to do there. Go and watch it. Come on back. Okay, there we go. I think that's more than enough time. All right. So I was completely wrong about this thing with time travel, time loops, that kind of stuff. I basically talked myself into uh, stuff that wasn't going to happen, is basically what I did. Yeah. So color me surprised on that one. So this was just at face value what it was. It was a worldwide global um a virus that went through and killed a bunch of people, an apocalypse. And now 20 years later you have what's left over of these people, and we still have some animosity among one group of people that are all interconnected, that have been tied together for about 20 years now at this point. And that's what the culmination of this episode is everyone working through their shit, I guess you could say, through the guise of Hamlet, which is also about a family working through their shit. Now, granted, everyone dies at the end of Hamlet, so I mean, that's kind of a pisser. Whereas in this series, no one dies. Well, other than Sarah the conductor. But we knew she was pretty much going to go at this point, and Jivan comes in as the doctor. He sees her, and she passes with him beside her. Um, so uh, this whole thing is all about healing wounds over time, things like this, and that's what this whole episode was about. Was Clark, of course, being with Elizabeth, who Tyler was jealous of, I guess, for some reason. It was kind of a weird thing. And that's why he ran away. And Elizabeth, actually, once they start talking, tells Tyler that if you had asked me to leave with you, I would have gone with you at that time, instead of you faking your own death kind of thing and going away. And they worked through that through Hamlet in a scene on stage in front of everybody. And yeah, it's kind of a powerful thing there. And yeah, and essentially, Kirsten is not going to be the one that acts in this. She's going to direct everything. Originally, it was going to be Elizabeth, but of course, Kirsten just takes the reins and says, "Nope, you're going to be Guinevere or Genevieve." I can never remember that play. I'm sorry. So she's the queen, is what she is what Elizabeth was going to be playing. Clark was going to be the king, and of course Tyler playing Hamlet. So they worked through their shit, and everyone's good at this point. I did call, though, the whole thing with Tyler lighting the torch, and that was the whole signal to the rest of the undersea to come and blow shit up, blow up the Museum of Civilization, or the rest of the airport, essentially. And uh, it's kind of funny, but Kirsten actually stops that offhandedly, if you will. She sees one of the girls who has a bag full of mines and landmines, and shows her the book, Station 11 book, and shows it to her because she can't read, of course. And the girl actually snatches the book and brings it out to everyone else that's hiding out in the fields there, and they stand down at that point. Um, but going back in time, we also see 20 years ago, Miranda saving all of their asses to begin with because she's stuck in the hotel room in Malaysia. She's gonna die. She knows this. She's with the dude who was with her at the convention. He's dying, and she has him look up the flight, who the pilot is, what his name is, gets his cell phone number, and calls him on her sat phone and convinces him. So this is the little plane that was sitting in the Severin City Airport on the tarmac there, the one that was full of infected people. And he convinces that pilot not to let anyone deboard, get off the plane and infect the rest of the airport. And that's what he does. He doesn't let anybody off, and everyone on the plane dies, and of course saves the airport, which we know. And so that was all Miranda on that one, and she dies in the hotel room. Of course, she sees Dr. 11 in her last moments, and her feet are in the water off on the shore of I guess the Gulf waters and all that kind of stuff. So um and we got Kirsten and Jivan meet up. They finally see each other, you know. Uh, so we get that catharsis as well of them going about their own lives. I mean, she goes off with the traveling symphony. He goes back to his kids and his wife, and they're going to meet up again in a year when the traveling symphony adds the airport to the circle, and they're going to keep going around in the circle and keep doing that. And that's the unbroken circle, is that everything is tied together yet not tied together at the same time. And yeah, it's kind of a, I guess you could say, this whole series is a little thing about life, but not really about life. And yeah, it was all right. It was an okay thing. So not bad. It was a good way to end it. It wasn't bombastic. It wasn't a letdown either. And it was just good. It was actually a decent ending. Might not have been to everyone's cup of tea, which I'm sure there's going to be some people out there that really hate this kind of ending, but that's life. I mean, sometimes you just don't have a bombastic ending, or an ending that really needs to have a huge send off, if you will. So, and I'm glad I didn't do the time travel, quite honestly, because now with everything the way it's tied in, yes, I mean, like I said, I duped myself into thinking about that, and it happens. So, hopefully, everyone else out there enjoyed it as well. So, what else do I have going on the rest of this week? Well, in about I don't know, yeah, let's say 7 p.m. I can do 7 p.m. That'll work. I'm gonna do Peacemaker season 1, episode 1. It's on HBO Max here. First 3 episodes are out right now, but I'm gonna do the first episode only. Saturday, excuse me, tomorrow is gonna be the season and series finale of The Expanse. Saturday is going to be Saturday Morning Blast Off, where I take the genre news of the weekend and genre stuff you guys want to talk about. We talk about it. Sunday will be episodes 2 and 3 of Peacemaker. Monday I'll be off. Tuesday will be another episode of Is It Worth My Time? I don't know what I'm doing as of yet. Wednesday would be the Book of Boba Fett, and then we roll back around to Thursday again with the the fourth episode of Peacemaker. There we go. Penn says nowadays we just have to be happy relieved anytime it's not Game of Thrones ending. True. I completely agree with you. Yeah. I agree with you, Penn. I know it's already out. I know the final episode is out of The Expanse right now. I'm gonna watch it after I do the Peacemaker review for the first episode, and then I'll go and watch it. So, all right. So with that said, I'm gonna let you guys go, and I'll be back again in about 20 minutes here. I'm just gonna set everything up and wash, rinse, repeat. Boba Fett got a lot of hate for the Power Rangers. I thought that was the Voltron Force. But yeah, anyway. I will see you guys again in about 20 minutes. Thanks everyone who joined me in the chat. Well, Penn, and I know there's a couple other lurkers out there. And thank you if you made it this far in the video. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here. If you like what you see there, hit that subscribe button down below there. And if you can, hit that like button, the share button as well. And if you want to know when I'll be on live again next, go over to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule up there. I'm usually close by that time frame. Work usually gets in the way. That's usually what it is. I also have the links to my social media on there and all the links to my pages on there as well. All right. I will see you again in about 20 minutes. Thanks, everybody. Don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, you may find out that the ending is not the ending that you thought it was going to be, but it is still an ending, and it's a good ending. It's not a bad one ending, and just take it as an ending. Thanks, everybody. I will see you again in about 20 minutes. Stay safe, be well, take care, wear those masks, get those vaccine shots, get those boosters, and get those flu shots as well. And stay safe out there. Thanks, everybody. See you in a little bit.